Hello everybody, my name is Doug and welcome to my channel, Vintage Boutique Cali. I am super excited to be here with you guys today, and the reason why I'm super excited is because today, with this particular video, I am launching my brand new YouTube channel. Now, I've been wanting to do a YouTube channel for many months, but for one reason or another, I haven't been able to get around to doing it. So now is the time. I'm super excited to be here. Thank you for joining me. I am here at home in our living room, and yeah, I would like to have additional fireside chats with you in future videos. But right now, I want to start this video by letting you guys know that 2 of my subscribers will be winning some giveaways. And I have 2 giveaways right here. I'll show you what they are. The first giveaway is this jewelry jar. Okay, in the jewelry jar, there will be a mixture of vintage and estate jewelry, costume jewelry, and then there will also be some sterling silver items in there for you. And then the second winner will win this jewelry jar. Okay, same thing, costume, vintage jewelry with some sterling silver items in there. I know the lights are kind of showing a little bit of glare, so I apologize for that. But anyway, this is what's going to be given away today in celebration of my YouTube channel launch. So I will tell you more about that a little bit later in the video. But you do have to be a subscriber in order to win. So at a minimum, go ahead and subscribe now so that you can be eligible to win. And then I'll talk about that again in a little bit. So I do believe that with a YouTube channel, obviously I think it's important for people to understand a little bit more about the person who is actually doing the video. So I do want to share a little bit of that with you. And then I also want to talk to you about what I have in mind for the types of content that I will be putting out. In general, my YouTube videos will be about jewelry and jewelry sales. I'm going to be having a lot of pop-up sales. I will have 1 pop-up sale a week where I will list, between 20 and 25 items. I will be showcasing each item one at a time, doing close-up videos and descriptions of what the items are, and they'll be for a fixed price, and then people can buy them that way. I will also do flash sales where I might, for 24 hours, put a sale up where I'm deeply discounting particular items that I have in my inventory that I will offer you at a discounted price, and it only lasts 24 hours, so it's a flash sale. I also would like to be offering you guys free giveaways. I know everybody loves free giveaways, so I enjoy giving them as well, and so I think it's important to be able to give back to the subscribers. So once a month I will be having a free jewelry giveaway. It'll either be like a jewelry jar like I just showed you, or it might be like a really nice piece of jewelry, something like that. But suffice it to say, there will be at a minimum, one giveaway a month, 1 pop-up sale minimum a week. And then again, I think that there will be other videos that will come in time. I think it would be nice to show videos on items that I'm actually listing in my Etsy shop. I just started an Etsy shop back in November of 2019, and it's doing well so far. But what I noticed is that, first of all, I have a lot of inventory that I need to be able to get out there and offer you guys. And because I work full time and I only do this part time, it takes a lot of time to actually photograph all the items and to list all the items and just everything around Etsy. So I'm still going to be doing Etsy for sure. In fact, what I want to do is I'm going to do all the auctions that I'm going to be having here, or sorry, the pop-up sales I'm going to be having here. If they don't sell the pop-up sale, I'm going to be listing them in the Etsy shop. So either here or there, you're going to have an opportunity to get the items. Okay, so having said that, I kind of would like to talk to you a little bit about jewelry, because I am not a jewelry collector, contrary to what people might think. I kind of fell into it a little bit by coincidence, but it's a kind of funny story because I actually only ever collected men's jewelry. In fact, this is what kind of started me. I have probably, I did have over 2,000 pair of vintage men's cufflinks that I had collected over the years, and I loved cufflinks. And I think it kind of stemmed from when I was a younger kid and I watched TV and I would see Sean Connery, or I'd see Robert Conrad, or some of these other leading men on the silver screen or TV, and they'd be all dressed up really nicely and they'd be wearing cufflinks. And I don't know, I just always was attracted to that, and I thought that was a kind of a cool thing to dress like. And so for me, I found that the cufflinks were just something that kind of tied me to an era that's gone by where I just have enjoyed it. So bottom line is I collected men's jewelry for many years, and I have a ton of it. And so when I used to live in Denver, and when I was in Denver, I had quite a few friends who were in the antique business, and they were resellers, and they had spaces in the antique malls and things like that. And so what I ended up doing is I learned a lot about reselling and antiques through those folks. And make a long story short, one of my friends who was an antique dealer ended up dying of pancreatic cancer. And when he was dying, he was actually put in the hospice facility. And I'm sorry, not in the facility, but he was put in hospice care. And that's when I realized how much hospice actually provides peace of mind to people who are facing end-of-life situations. And it definitely made a difference in his life. And so after he passed away, I decided that I would volunteer with hospice because that was a way for me to give back. And so I went through all the hospice training, and I volunteered at 2 different organizations there in Denver. One of them was for a nonprofit, and one of them was for a for-profit. And the one that was a nonprofit, they were very much reliant upon gifts in kind and people donating money. And they were an organization that it did not matter if you did not have 2 nickels to rub together and you could not afford hospice services or hospice care, they would take you anyway. And they would say, we have a bed for you. We are going to make sure that your end of life, your transition is as comfortable as can be. So they welcomed him with open arms. And you know what? For me, that's humanity. That's what I am all about. And so I fully supported that organization. And when I was volunteering with them, they told us that they were running short on funds and that they were trying to do some fundraisers and things like that. Well, I figured, I have my friends who are antique dealers, and they have spaces in antique malls, and they kind of taught me the business. And I figured, you know what I'm going to do? I am going to open up some antique or rent some booths from an antique mall, and I was going to go out and I was going to buy all the inventory, and I was going to turn around and sell everything, and 100% of the profits that I got from the sales of that would be donated to the hospice facility. And so that was kind of my entrance into reselling. I primarily focused on European and Asian antiques because that's what I knew most about. And so I focused on that. And then, a year went by, sales were okay. They weren't that great. And then all of a sudden the antique market kind of took a toll, and there were a lot of antique dealers and antique malls are actually closing down because people were not buying antiques anymore. But what I remember is that there were the people who sold the jewelry in the antique malls, and they always were doing very, very well. They always sold things. They never had a problem meeting their rent. They were always pretty happy about their sales. And so when I told them that some of my, I was concerned because my furniture was not selling, they said, Doug, you need to branch out and maybe put some jewelry in your booth, because somebody may not have $400 to spend on a piece of furniture, but they would have $20 to spend on a piece of jewelry. So I took their advice and I figured, you know what, I'm going to go ahead and try that. So what did I end up doing? I ended up going up on eBay. And of course, this is before Craigslist and all that kind of stuff, but I went on eBay and I searched for jewelry lots to purchase. And I ended up running across one auction for a woman in Northern California who was retiring, that she had a jewelry shop kind of a thing that she was retiring from, and she was selling her entire inventory. So I thought that I would purchase that, I thought I would bid on it anyway. I figured I'd bid on the inventory, not thinking that I was going to win, but as it turned out, I did win. So next thing I know, I have all these boxes being shipped to me, and I have boxes and boxes and boxes of women's jewelry showing up on my doorstep, and I knew not one thing about women's jewelry. I didn't know brands, I didn't know designs, I didn't know anything. So the boxes sat there. I did invite a couple of the dealers over to help me unpack and provide me some insight on what I should do with it. And honestly, the amount of information that they were providing me was just kind of overwhelming. And so, make a long story short, I took some pieces out, gave some to my family, gave some to my friends, packed everything back up, put it in the storage unit, and it stayed in storage for years. And then I ended up moving to California. When I moved to California 4.5 years ago, these boxes were shipped with me, and I'm just now getting around to opening them and getting them put up on Etsy for sale. And because Etsy does take a long time to sell things, not sell things, but to list and photograph and all that kind of stuff, I thought that it would be fun and honestly a natural extension of the Etsy to be able to go on YouTube and offer pop-up sales. So that is my story in a nutshell of why am I selling all this jewelry. I have had a very fast learning curve on the jewelry and the brands and that type of thing. You guys have helped me out. There's a lot of people who are on YouTube right now who do have YouTube channels, who are resellers. I've watched a lot of their videos. They've been a big help as well. So thank you for all of your help that you've been giving me. And what I'd like to do right now is kind of give you an idea of the inventory that I have so that you can look forward to what I actually am going to be putting up on my pop-up sales. I may even do my first pop-up sale this weekend. So without further ado, I think what I'm going to do is start with rings. Now I have 7 different trays of things. I just grabbed different things. Like I have a tray of pendants, a tray of rings, a tray of brooches or whatever. But it's just to give you an idea of the things that I have. The first thing that I have is, this has 6, 12, this is 18, this form has 18 different rings on it. But this can give you an idea. All of these are sterling silver rings, okay? But you can see the variety that I do have. Hopefully that the lighting is okay. But most of these are either cocktail rings or statement rings types of things. You know, I do have a variety of sizes and designs. Obviously a bunch of different stones. In fact, in here I'm seeing, let's see, I see turquoise, amethyst. The ring in the middle on the lower row is garnet, citrine, topaz, and peridot. I see carnelian, mother of pearl, pearls, amber, onyx, and you know, some have marcasites on it as well. I like marcasites. I think marcasites just give it a little bit of a flash or a sparkle that makes things kind of stand out. So anyway, this gives you an idea of the kinds of rings that I have to sell. Let's move on to the pendants now. I hope these don't fall off the board because I have them just kind of stuck up there or leaning up there. But again, same concept with a lot of pendants I've got. Let's see if I can get that in the frame. I do have Again, lots of styles, lots of designs. I have different size chains length, different chain styles. In fact, in here you can kind of see I've got crosses, hearts. There's Larimar, abalone, blue topaz, turquoise, amber, carnelian, amethyst, opal. There is I like this Jerusalem cross here. And then that's a kind of nice little cameo as well. But all of these items are sterling silver. But you can see, again, that's just the different styles of chains, the different styles of pendants that I've got that I'll be listing for sale. I think what we can do is probably go on, since we're in the sterling silver arena. I do have a lot of sterling silver brooches, and I'll show a few of them to you here. Again, hopefully they will not fall off the board. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, you can see that. Okay, so again, all of these are sterling silver. I do have a couple cameos. I have a lot of figural things: butterflies, hummingbirds, flowers, teapots. I really like this angelfish over here that are, two angelfish that are tethered together. I think that's kind of cool. But you can see just the different styles and designs and everything like that that I do have. And again, this is just a fraction of what I have and what I have to offer. Let's think about, we'll go ahead and continue with the brooches. So everything that I've shown you so far is all sterling silver. What I'm going to show you here, this is all the true vintage items I think is really cool. Some of the designs are phenomenal, and the stones that they use. But so here you're going to see a bunch of brooches, all right. And again, all of these are silver or gold tone. I don't know how the lighting is doing on these things, but they're really kind of cool. Rhinestones. There's filigree. There's the standard leaf. Floral. There's a fish, a seahorse. There are two on here that I really like. This one here is from Germany, and this floral one up here is from Austria. I think both of those are really, really pretty, and just very true vintage. I wonder if I can come in closer. I can't tell if the lighting is working or not, but I'll have to work on that, I guess. Let's see. When it comes to bracelets, I have a lot of bracelets as well. I have a stand here. I did not divide this between sterling silver and vintage because I got both of them mixed in here, but you can see there's a whole ton of them on here. So apologize if it's busy, but you can kind of see the styles where I have a lot of tennis bracelets that have like CZs in them or other gemstones. Most of the tennis bracelets, if not all of them, do have the safety clashes on them. And then I've got, you can see here, this is the vintage thermoset. You got the vintage enamel. Got some gemstones in here, CZs. Let's see. I think that I also have a lot of like the sterling silver, just the plain sterling silver pieces. Most of them, if not all of them, actually are from Italy. So I do have a whole bunch of those kind of items that I will be listing up for sale. And last but not least, I do have some necklaces. Oh, and by the way, on the bracelets, I do have other kinds of bracelets as well. I didn't do I did not do a whole board of them, but I do have things like this, more of the cuff, or these kind of cuff bracelets as well that are all sterling. Okay, so I do have those types of things and more. It's just, again, I just grabbed a few out of the box. Now getting on to the necklaces. These are 3 vintage necklaces. They're all rhinestone. They're honestly, it's from an era gone by, but they're really, really awesome. And so you can see, the top necklace just has those 3 big like balls of rhinestones, and then you got the green stone in the middle, and then you had the 5 on the bottom. But those are 3 necklaces that I will be listing up for sale. And then if you are not into rhinestones and you are more into like the high fashion design or whatever, this is a Valentino necklace that I have. It is gold tone and the black onyx. You might have seen those in some magazines, but anyway, this is an item that I will be putting up for sale in the auctions, or not auctions, but pop-up sales. And I think that's kind of it as far as the show and tell, but that gives you kind of an idea of the types of things that are going to be coming. I didn't want to bore you with too much detail, but I wanted to give you a sneak peek of the variety of items that I do have. So now let's talk about the giveaway, because I know that's what you guys want to hear. So first of all, like I said, I do have 2 jewelry jars that I will be giving away. Both of them have, the same amount of jewelry, despite one's taller than the other, but one's fatter and one's skinnier. So they both contain the same amount of jewelry. And like I said, there are some sterling pieces in here as well. And but everything else is all wearable, and you can either keep or resell, whatever you want to do with them. But I am going to be giving these away. What I'm going to, in order to qualify for giving them away, you have to do 4 things. 4 things. First, you have to subscribe. Okay. Second, you have to like this video. You got to like it. It's a giveaway, and it's a launch. So who wouldn't like a launch? But so you got to subscribe to my. You have to subscribe to my channel. Like this video. You have to leave a comment down below to this video, because the comment is what we're going to be generating our winner off of. So again, subscribe to the channel, like this video, leave a comment down below, and also hit that little subscribe bell, so that or that little notification bell, so when I do list pop-up videos, or I do list additional videos, that you're going to be able to see them coming across your screen, and then you can come join in the fun. So what will happen is, 1 week from today, today's February 28th, so 1 week from today, next Friday, I will come to you, and I'm going to be using a random comment generator tool that will look at all the people who made comments on this video, and it'll randomly select 2 names from all the comments, and those 2 people who are selected are the ones who will be winning those 2 jewelry jars. Now, I will also tell you that this contest is open to anybody, no matter where you live. So I will be shipping internationally as well as domestically. So no matter where you are, please, please, please subscribe, comment, like, and hit the notification bell. So with that, I think I'm going to end my first video. It's been 24 minutes already, so hopefully I haven't bored you too much, but hopefully I've enticed you a little bit to give you a little bit of insight on, what's to come. I am hoping to do my first pop-up sale this weekend. I will also say that if there was anything that you saw on any of these trays already that you liked, just shoot me a message, because I'll make sure that I have that either in the pop-up sale, or we can do it offline. I don't know. But again, every single thing is for sale. I am not a collector of jewelry. I like jewelry, but I'm not a collector of it. I don't even wear jewelry. I wear a wedding ring and a watch, and that's it. So yeah, let's just go from here. Let's have fun. Thank you for being here for my inaugural video, and I hope you enjoy it and have a great evening. All right. Thank you. Bye-bye.